All right, hi YouTube. Today we are going to make some souffle pancakes, bodybuilder style. Okay, so we got Krusteaz buttermilk pancake mix, got our plate, need some bowls. All right, 2 bowls. The recipe will be in the description down below. We're going to start by cracking some eggs. So we're going to separate the egg white from the egg yolk. I like to do that by just using the shell. You could use your fingers too. It is important that you have a clean bowl for your egg whites. No grease in there, because we are going to be whipping up the egg whites. And that's what's going to make our pancakes extra fluffy. 2 yolks, 70 mils of milk, that's a little bit too much. Oops. Okay, we're going to do about 20 mils of skinny syrup. This is almond horchata flavor. Doesn't matter what flavor you use. But anyway, so we have like 30 grams of egg yolk in here, about maybe like 77 grams of milk, 20 grams of syrup. So that is like 120-ish grams. And we're gonna add a little vanilla extract. Yes, it has calories. I don't care. I think it makes it better and it's worth it. Okay, so this is our wet ingredients. We got our egg whites. Now we're gonna add our dry. So for the dry, I'm gonna do 100 grams of Krusteaz. This is basically just mainly flour and leaveners. So these pancakes will be leavened mechanically with fluffed up egg whites, as well as chemically with the baking powder and baking soda that's already in this pancake mix. So we're going to do 100 grams of Krusteaz, and then we're going to do 20 grams of glutinous rice flour. This is going to add a little bit of extra chew to the texture. Same stuff that goes in mochi donuts. We're also going to add, let's say, 3 to 5 grams of matcha. This does have caffeine in it, and it is almost 5 o'clock, so I'm living a little dangerously, but I like matcha, so. All right, I'm going to give that a little mix. Mixy mix. Now we're going to add the dry to the wet, because this is pancakes and you want those clumps of flour in there to discourage gluten formation, because gluten will make pancakes tough. But if you got the lumps, then all right, so this is mixed enough. Still some dry spots, but we still have to incorporate the egg white, so this is okay. Next, we gotta whip our egg whites. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start my pan preheating on like medium low. I forgot to mention we are going for pretty stiff peaks here. All right, you know you're done when you can do that and it's like nice and stiff. That peak isn't going anywhere. Okay, so you can see that this batter has actually risen a little bit and it's much stiffer now. That's because the baking powder has started to act. Now we're going to put about half of our egg whites in here and we're going to fold. Doing the egg whites in parts will help preserve some of the fluffiness. And you notice how I'm turning the bowl, sliding around the bowl and scooping the mixture up over itself. This is called folding, and it allows you to maintain a lot more of the air in your egg whites instead of mixing. Okay, so that's the rest of our egg whites in there. Gonna pick up the bowl, rotate, and fold. Just keep going. You want to go until most of the white streaky bits have been mixed into the batter so that you don't end up with bland, eggy bits in your pancakes. All right, that is good enough. You can see the batter is much lighter in color. It's all well incorporated and it's pretty light and fluffy, kind of gooey. I also included 200 grams of raspberries in this meal. So get some raspberries. Okay, so batter's done. We got our raspberries and pan is nicely preheated. Okay, so the pan is pretty hot. We're going to turn our heat all the way down to low. Give that a quick spray of avocado oil and then a quick one of Pam, so it's extra non-stick because nobody likes fucked up pancakes. And we're going to go right in with our batter since the pan is quite hot. This might be a little too hot. So don't be like me and overcrowd your pan, but you know, I've been doing this a while, so pretty good at managing my space. All right, that's good for 3. You can see I still have some batter left over. That will be a factor later, but we're just going to cover that for now and get some water. All right, so since these pancakes are so thick, it is helpful in getting them to cook evenly all the way through to steam them in the pan while they cook. This will help them rise, get nice and fluffy, as well as make sure that they're actually cooked all the way through by the time they are browned. So we're just gonna let those go for a while, and then yeah. Oh yeah, while that's going, I guess I can show you this whey drip that I made earlier. So this is 50 grams of this Nutricost whey isolate, strawberry milkshake flavored, and I added 50 grams of water to this and mixed it up real good and stuck it in the freezer. So this is frozen solid right now, so it's nice to take it out beforehand to let it thaw. But that's a fun way to eat your whey drip. Yeah. Okay, this should be about good to get the raspberries in. So I like to let the bottom set up a little bit before adding the fruit, because if you press this into your press these into your pancakes, when they're fully liquid, they might spread out too much. But yeah, they are nicely containing these raspberries. Okie doke. All right, now we're gonna take the rest of our batter and give these all a second layer to help seal in the fruit and also add additional height. Oh, that's a little bit too much. That's pretty good. Rubber scraper is a must-have for making sure that no gains go to waste. Okay, so that's that. We're gonna give it a little extra steam. And close that up and let it go. Okay, it smells like these are about ready to flip, so I'm gonna try to do so carefully. Oh, nice. That's a little brown, but that's okay. A small amount of rice flour in there is gonna make them brown a little bit faster than normal pancake. Okay, not terrible, but not my best work. And we're gonna add some more water. Okay, now we're just gonna leave that alone for a few minutes. Okay, and a few minutes later, let's see. Ooh. Yeah, nice and browned. Hopefully cooked all the way through. Kind of hard to tell sometimes. But we're just gonna trust the process, as they like to say. So yeah. Some thick, dense boys. Yeah, don't those look good? Nice. Okay, this is how I like to eat my pancakes. This is whey drip. It started to thaw from the outside. It's still pretty solid. All right. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth. Are they cooked? Yeah, pretty cooked. Okay. Nice. Hot. Very hot. Oh, fuck. Real hot. All right. The whey drip. Oh yeah. It's good stuff. You see how thick that is? Whipped egg whites. All right, so maybe one thing I didn't mention in detail while I was making that, you kind of want, like, to scale this recipe, you basically want to, you have your three components, your dry, your wet, and your egg whites, right? You can use, I used 2 eggs for this recipe. You can use however many eggs you want, or, you know, just one egg. You could leave out the egg yolk, whatever. But I think the important things are fresh egg whites to whip, not like the carton egg whites. And you want to match the total weight of your wet and dry ingredients in the batter that you make initially before adding in the egg whites, because you want that to be thick enough that adding in the egg whites, it doesn't like turn into a soupy mess. It actually maintains some of that body to get it nice and thick. So that is the key. Of course, the matcha is optional as well. And you can do whatever flavors you like. Add fruit, don't add fruit, you know, very adaptable. But I think the fun thing to take away from this is the technique of whipping the egg whites. I think it can do a lot to add a lot of volume to your food if you're in prep, or just add some fluffy enjoyment if you're in the off season. Okay, that is it. Yeah, like, subscribe, whatever. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.